Picture this. It's 2004, you're craving your favorite burger at 11 p.m. Delivery apps don't exist yet. Wild times, right? Well, 4 university students in Kuwait were about to change that forever. Welcome to the story of Talabat, the app that literally fed an entire region and became the Middle East delivery empire. Let's go back to 2004. Our story starts in Kuwait, where a group of entrepreneurs had a brilliant yet simple idea. What if you could order food online? Revolutionary, right? While everyone just started figuring out this whole internet thing, these guys knew the Middle East was different. Family dinners matter here. Hospitality is everything. And when you're hosting, you need food that arrives on time every single time. They started with Kuwait's limited internet landscape, where only about 30% of people had internet access back then. But they had something special. They understood their market. No generic Western approach here. Fast forward to 2010. Talabat started thinking regionally. They chose something much smarter than the typical Silicon Valley, move fast and break things mentality. Cultural intelligence. Each new country meant understanding local tastes, payment preferences, and dining habits. In the UAE, they focused on the diverse expat community. In Saudi Arabia, they respected local customs and peak dining times during Ramadan. This was cultural adaptation at its finest. Moving into the early 2010, Talabat separated itself from the wannabes. They started building something far more valuable: rock-solid infrastructure. They created their own delivery fleet, thousands of riders who became the Orange Army across the region. But the real magic happened behind the scenes. The routing algorithms, absolute poetry in code. Imagine this. It's Friday evening, everyone's ordering, traffic is insane, and somehow your food still arrives hot. That's next level logistics technology. The customer experience became their obsession. Real-time tracking that actually worked, accurate delivery times, and my favorite part, they started calling customers if the delivery was running even 5 minutes late. In a region where on time can be flexible, this was revolutionary. And now it's 2015. Talabat's first major plot twist. German tech giant Rocket Internet swooped in and acquired Talabat for $170 million. At the time, this was the largest startup exit in the Middle East. Rocket Internet didn't acquire a simple food delivery company. They bought the regional expertise, the local relationships, and most importantly, the cultural DNA that made Talabat work in the Middle East. Just 1 year later, 2016, plot twist number 2. Delivery Hero acquired Rocket Internet's entire food delivery business, including Talabat. This change of ownership meant Talabat getting access to serious global tech muscle and keeping its regional identity intact. Think of it as getting a world-class gym membership and keeping your home field advantage. Moving to 2017. Under Delivery Hero's ownership, Talabat's tech game got even more serious. Machine learning algorithms predicting what you will order before you even know you're hungry. Dynamic pricing that adjusts based on demand, weather, and even local events. They're basically mind readers, but for food ordering. Then came 2020. You know what happened. The world went into lockdown and suddenly everyone needed food delivery. Others scrambled, but Talabat was ready. My personal favorite, their smart recommendations feature. Order chicken shawarma 3 Friday nights in a row, and boom, they'll suggest it with extra garlic sauce because that's how you always customize it. The pandemic boost was insane. 150% growth in some markets. What impressed me most? Their customer service didn't collapse. Other platforms had customers waiting hours for support. Talabat introduced AI-powered chat that resolved 70% of issues instantly. Fast forward to late 2024. One of the smartest moves in Middle Eastern tech history happened. Talabat announced they were acquiring Instashop from its parent company, Delivery Hero, the region's leading grocery delivery platform, as part of an internal restructuring to consolidate and create synergy within the group's grocery and retail operations. The transaction, completed in March 2025, involved Talabat paying $32 million in internal cash reserves for 100% of Instashop's shares, which then became a fully owned subsidiary of Talabat. The goal was to create operational and technological efficiencies between the two businesses. By integrating Instashop into Talabat, the parent company could achieve synergies in areas like partner networks, fleet optimization, and product technology integration. Instashop continues to operate as an independent brand, but is now fully integrated into Talabat's financial accounts and its grocery and retail vertical, strengthening Talabat's position in the market. And by November 2024, Talabat itself went public on the Dubai financial market. This goes beyond an IPO. We're talking about a $2 billion raise, the largest global tech IPO of 2024. Think about it. You could literally invest in the company that brings you your Friday night biryani. There is something beautifully circular about that. The numbers they revealed were jaw-dropping. Over 6 million active customers, more than 65,000 restaurant partners, even more than 119,000 riders, and full operations across 8 countries. This delivery network covers more ground than some small countries, and now you can own a piece of that. Fast forward to 2025. Where is Talabat today? They've become a technology company that happens to deliver food instead of a delivery company with just some tech. They've introduced features like Talabat Pay, their own payment system, Talabat Mart, their dark store concept, and Talabat Pro, their subscription service that provides benefits like exclusive deals and bonus reward points to enrich the customer experience. So, what's their secret? First, cultural intelligence. They never tried to be a Western company operating in the Middle East. They became a Middle Eastern company that happens to use world-class technology. Second, infrastructure obsession. Competitors focused on marketing. Talabat built the pipes, the delivery network, the tech backbone, and the customer service systems. Third, timing and patience. They didn't rush. They built trust market by market, restaurant by restaurant, and customer by customer. And finally, the ecosystem approach. They didn't just solve food delivery. They solved the entire I need something delivered problem. Looking ahead, Talabat isn't slowing down. They're experimenting with drone delivery. Imagine your pizza arriving via a flying robot. They're expanding into cloud kitchens, basically becoming landlords for virtual restaurants. Under data insights, they're helping restaurants optimize menus based on real customer behavior. From 4 students with a simple idea to a $1 billion delivery empire that feeds millions daily. That's the story of Talabat. It's proof that understanding your market beats copying the classic tech formulas every single time. It's about building infrastructure when others build hype. It's about earning trust before scaling ambition. Next time you open that orange app and wonder how your food arrives so perfectly on time, remember, you're using nearly 2 decades of pure Middle Eastern innovation. And who knows? Maybe one day you'll tell your kids about the time when people actually had to call restaurants to order food. Those were wild times indeed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, stay curious.